So welcome back again with our chapter 3, two stories about flying. His first flight we have already gone through by Yamo Flanley. Now the black aeroplane means black in color. I don't know about that. We will go to the second part of this chapter 3 written by Frederick Forsyth. So might be something that we get from this listen to, as you earlier you got from the part 1 that you must be courageous, you must be what we can say, yes, courageous and healthy and without fear, and many things are there regarding this. No nervousness, no frustration. And now again we are going to do the black aeroplane. Was it in black in color? I don't know, you all don't know. On page number 37, and one instruction is there that exercise on page number 36, from top to bottom you have to do this thing. Obviously you have to write something, question answers compulsory for you. Don't go through digest, try to write yourself. Once you will write, it will be helpful to you in your board examination too, as now you all are grown up, mature one, and the rising stars of my Ascent school. The moon was coming up in the east behind me, and stars were shining in the clear sky above me. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, so it was a fully free sky, as nowadays we are not having today. Today it seems like it might rain in Palanpur as well. So waiting for the last rain, I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. Here the narrative wants to say that the moon was coming up in the east. Means what does it was the evening? Yes, because the stars were shining in the clear sky above him. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. So, what a lucky person having his own plane. You can understand, you all might be having your own bike, Activa, so lucky person having this thing, flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. Now, I was dreaming to my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. Here, to being with my family means he was already with his family. Yeah, now he would be with his family. Can you guess something? So such type of sentences are there. The most probably to my students, those who are interested in English, I would like to say go through this type of sentences if you can, more and more. Use it in your own way, in your own words. You can. It will be helpful to you for the development of your English. No doubt, you all are genius. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. Which time? 1:30 in the morning. Might be late night, evening, afternoon. I should call Paris control soon, I thought. As I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. So it was late past of the midnight. It was about 1:30 at the night. So I should call Paris control soon, I thought. As I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. I switched on the radio and said, Paris control, Dakota DS 088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over. So he passed the message to the Paris, to the control room over Paris, that I am flying a plane and I am near to it and you can get me over. The voice from the radio answered me immediately. DS088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degree west now. DS088 over. So this is the language that it is used within the pilot and the control room. So this type of conversation is done over there. I check the map and the compass, switch over to my second and last fuel tank and turn the Dakota 12 degree west toward England. Now he was from France to England. So he was making what we can say, I forgot the word. He was making surety that obviously he is with England, he is near to England, Paris we can say, and he denoted some messages. He got the answer that you turn your plane 12 degree and obviously you will find the way. So he did that and he on the plane, that tank, that was the last one of the fuel. I will be in time for breakfast. I thought a good big English breakfast. Everything was going well. It was an easy flight. And while flying, he was thinking, obviously, I will be with breakfast over there in England. A big, good breakfast. So he was thinking because everything was well. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me. When I saw the clouds, storm clouds, they were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. I knew I could not fly up and over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to north or south. So he got a problem while flying, no doubt, when he started. The atmosphere was very good. It was a night. The sky was blue. Stars were there. But now he created a problem. A big, whole, huge storm of clouds came in front of me. And as he got less fuel, he cannot move round towards the south, north, and go back to England. So he was in dilemma, in a different typical condition over there. He was facing the problem. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. He thought now he would move back to Paris. But he thought of his home, he thought of the breakfast, and I will take the risk, I thought. And he flew that old Dakota straight into the storm of that clouds. So the lush of meeting the parents and going home as for if we are there out of station for some days, no doubt we might be enjoying some ceremonies, some tours, some marriage ceremony, whatever, even for shopping also. We are out of home for a few days, few hours also we can say. And while we are returning, how happy we are to be with our parents, to be with our home, to be with our friends, etc. So this was the condition of this person. And he thought, no, I will fight, and he went towards the storm. Inside the clouds, everything suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. I looked at the compass. I couldn't believe my eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. It was dead. Now what happened? He entered the storm, and what you all know what the storm used to do. It moved him, the aeroplane, here and there, round and round. At that time, he looked toward the compass, but the compass was also moving round and round. It was dead. It would not work. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. I tried the radio. Paris control, can you hear me? Now he tried the radio over there. That Paris control level room at Paris, you can hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. Such a critical condition. I had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. I was lost in storm, and obviously he was lost in storm. Everything was dead. Then in the black cloud, quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. Now, in the cloud, he could see another plane over there. It had no lights on its wings, but I could see it flying next to me through the storm. And fortunately, he could see. No doubt there were not lights on the wing, but he could see. I could see it flying next to me through the storm. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me. I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. Now in this critical condition, he got a very good partner over there with another friend, plane. And the person was moving his hand. He was waving hand. Follow me, he was saying. Follow me. He was saying, follow me. Follow me. He nodded. I am lost. I thought he's trying to help me. And he could see, he could feel, he could think that the person knew that this person has lost his way. So he was saying to follow him, follow him. Yeah, he was ready to help. He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota so that it would be easier for me to follow him. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. Now, anyhow, he had to go through this way. So the person made the aeroplane to come nearer to him so that this fellow can follow and they could move thoroughly towards the north. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now, there was only enough fuel in the old Dakotas lasting to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. But after half an hour, I think, yes, half an hour of this flying, now there was a little bit of fuel, so only that aeroplane can move 5 to 10 minutes. I was treating to feel frightened again, but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. And that aeroplane started going down and obviously he followed that plane. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw 2 long straight lines of light in front of me. It was a runway, an airport. I was safe. And then he could see the light, straight lining of the light, and it was the airport and he could be safe over there. It was runway, an airport. I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. Now he thought he was looking for the another plane, his friend, as he has helped him. But it was in vain. The sky was now empty. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere. He couldn't see anywhere the aeroplane. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. I went and asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you. Then he went towards the control room. He asked the woman that who was there, another pilot. Yeah, I want to thank that person as he has saved me. She looked at me very strangely and then laughed. That lady looked at him and laughed. Another aeroplane up there in this storm? No other aeroplanes were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. That lady told, what you are saying? There was no any aeroplane, no other aeroplane that was flying in the storm. I can see in the radar that only yours aeroplane was flying over there. There was no other aeroplane nearby to you. So, who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without any more fuel in my tanks? Who was the pilot of the strange black aeroplane flying in the storms without lights? So he was confused. Who will be there? Who might be there? So it was strange for him that who might have helped him. Who would be there with the black plane helping him as radio was not working, his compass were not working. Suddenly he got a person who was waving his hand, leading him towards the north, and now he is at the float, means at the aerodrome. He was there with his plane. He was in great surprise at who might will be there. So here we can see. Sorry, I would like to go to the back one. Yes, the lesson finishes over here, and we can not imagine what to do. Is there any imagination who helped him? Is there any imagination within you that you who might have helped this person, this fellow, in flying in a storm, a dangerous black storm, in a critical condition? You know, sometimes our interior, we cannot say image, our soul. Sometimes our soul helps. God helps us in many ways. We cannot see towards or lead towards with our eyes, but we can imagine this whole thing. Some imaginations are there that push up towards our goal. Sometimes we can see our interior part, interior imagination. Something is there, a particular thing, we can say a superpower that helps us. So with these two lessons we can get the first 5 over there, very superbly written. Both of the authors are there, they have mentioned it in a very good way. So it's for you that go through your text, and it's my kind request to each and everybody that the grammar section that have been derived in your exercise, you have to do it compulsory. Yes, you have to do it's compulsory in your notebook, because the grammar section that comes in your board examinations is taken most probably, I cannot back you, but most probably it comes from your exercise sections towards, especially direct, indirect, and some do-as directed. Obviously you will get rectifying errors. You will get from your textbook only. Some comprehensions are there to poetry, and this prose section are there. So you have to mention this thing in your notebook too. Apart from that, in some exercise there are short stories to be written over there. Some questions are there regarding stories, regarding notice, regarding note, regarding report. This all thing also you have to mention in your notebook. No need to separate your notebook in a grammar section, या supplementary reading section, या prose section, या poetry. Everything you have to write thoroughly in a book. But you have to write. You got lots and lots of time towards this thing. So you have to write all this thing. If any doubt regarding this exercise, yeah, whatever it may be, you can just question me. Some good words are there. There are no hard words in this lesson. Simple story written in simple way. and something enormous here. Thinking about text is there, and thinking about text and thinking about language too. So some sentences are there from A, B, C, D that you have to go through it. The meaning of black here and meaning of black in a different way in the context too. I prefer black tea when the thing is there and the clouds are black. It stands one word into two form. So there are depression. So some idioms are there and some phrases are there within you. Here on your page number 40, you have to go through this thing, and some adjectives are there. You can do on your page number 41 in a small this we can say what, a box, and a writing section is there. Have you ever been alone or away from the home during a thunderstorm? Narrate your experience in a paragraph. You might get this thing as a notice, report this thing. And from your page number 42 also you have some narrations are there, some dialogues might come. You can go through the diary also. You can write a diary from this lesson to that at particular time. No doubt if you are not going to the sequential day, you can write as incidential diary, incidential form at this time, 1 o'clock, this 1.10, 1.5 means 1 hour and 5 minutes, 1 past 5. You can go, it's up to you how you write. You have to do this all things. Write report of this incident from your own, in your own words. You can write this thing. You can write in notice that there is a storm over there. So it is to instruct to all the pilots over there that not to take off your plane at a particular time. So you can write if you want. In the form of notice you can write, in the form of report you can write, in the form of note you can write, even you can write the autobiography of yourselves too. So lots and lots of writings are there. If you want you can write. If there is no need for a particular question over there, you can write for the COVID-19, the effects of COVID-19. You can write on coronavirus and how people are facing these problems, what happens. You can write about the current scenario over there. Boys are more, as early I told that boys are most probably interested in IPL. So you can write on IPL also. Many stars, emerging players are there. Those who are coming in front and hitting sixes and fours and this all thing. So even girls are interested in this thing. There is a tournament going through, 2020 tournament for ladies also, girls also. This also you can watch. It doesn't mean that you have to become your bookworm. No need to be bookworm. Just clear your concept of any language. Either it might be Sanskrit, English, SS, Maths, Science. Clear it. And for especially for Maths and Science, especially most probably for your Maths, go through all the what we can say examples as possible as you can, as more as you can. If you go through the text, whole textbook with examples too, I am not talking about exercise, I am talking about examples. Whatever examples are mentioned in your textbook, go through each and every examples apart from exercise 2. Obviously you can score the highest marks in mathematics. It has been said by the government that 30% course might decrease, but which yet not clarified. So you have to work hard, because you are getting, this is October, November, December, January, February, and obviously March will be your examination. So you have to go through the books as early as possible. I would try my level best to complete the course of English and SS as early possible. And if school reopens, Then Chetan sir will continue with you. Till that, if you have any doubt, you are most welcome to me for any suggestion. Thank you very much.